Hello. This is so awkward. Okay. Hello. I'm gonna be using this as a microphone because I wish I had something else, like an actual little microphone, like one of the little ones, but I don't have anything else. And like, I feel like this is really awkward if I don't hold something. So if you see me holding this, just think about it like my emotional support. Mainly what I want to speak on is the resurgence of traditional gender roles on social media because of influencers, and mainly the influencer SheraSeven, very popular right now, but she's been doing YouTube for a long time. She's been doing YouTube for about 10 years, I would like to say, and she's gathered many subscribers. Currently she has 631k, so almost a million, and her videos, like the one called How to Get Someone to Marry You Tricks, has 130k views. Even her vlogs, like Living the Soft Life Sprinkle Sprinkle Style, has 31k on it. Guidelines for Dates, 69k. Like, she gets reviews. I'm sure she's getting her coin from this, which we will hit later on. Like, this is another point that I will make, but we're gonna explain first what is the traditional gender roles that we're seeing reappear, why it's occurring, what is pushing it, especially after this era that we are seeing about, you know, girl boss movements, you know, women go to work, go get your coin, like, and specifically for POC women as well. First thing that I want to speak on is traditional gender roles, trad wives, and stay at home, and kind of what you will see online. For example, the traditional wife has been abbreviated to trad wife, and specifically, interestingly enough, I found this article by Refinery 29, which speaks on specifically Black women as traditional wives at home, but how they repackage it into not saying trad wives, but to say Black stay-at-home wife, or just stay-at-home wife instead of just the trad wife. Still the same type of idea of being at home while your husband goes to work and you maintain the home. Everything online has become a sort of aesthetic. You'll see it with Get Ready With Me's, you'll see it with I literally saw one today that was like, get ready with me to say goodbye to my grandma, like as her grandma died. Okay, sure, get your coin, I guess. It's not a surprise that this type of lifestyle has also become something to glamorize, you know. Oh, my husband goes to work while I like stay at home and I wear like pretty little dresses and like I just like make my bread. Like, no girl, you're still working. Like, the difference is you have no pay. Like, your man is working, he is getting a pay, you are staying at home and you're cooking and cleaning. All of that is work. Maintaining a home is still work, especially if you're not just a stay-at-home wife or girlfriend, but also a stay-at-home mom. You're taking care of a child. You know, social media has the power to change mindsets and alter mindsets, especially young, impressionable girls who are on there. You know, if you are on social media, if you're on TikTok or YouTube and you're just trying to entertain yourself, and all of a sudden you stumble upon a little video that will share guidance and some sort of enlightenment to you, you're gonna be like, will this help me escape my life that I have right now that's overworked, that I'm, you know, stressed, that I have this pressure to like get myself out this financial situation. Let me click on this and maybe it'll help me. So it's tempting to see these videos and be like, maybe I should apply this to my in real life. I almost said IRL, but then I was like, no, that's cringe. Repackaging of traditional gender norms has been not just SheraSeven's fault. Like, it's been a lot of other videos that paint this light that, oh, I found myself this rich husband and I like maintain my looks and that's what keeps him afloat. I also like play these mind games with him and that's what allows him to be attracted to me still. You know, they sell this idea that if you level up and find someone who can help you level up, it will secure you financial freedom, a stress-free life, your children will live better. But there's a lot more to that, in my opinion. Do I believe that her tactics, SheraSeven's tactics, work? Yes, absolutely. Do I believe that if a woman alters herself to the male gaze and presents herself in this manner that will not only make him feel better, but will make him appear better, you know. Even Shara shares this in her videos that like if you're a woman who like presents herself in a very feminine appearance, makeup, hair, and look all glamorous and, you know, in a very specific appearance that panders to the male gaze, the man will look better himself because the men around him are going to be like, oh, that's his woman, like he maintains her, so if she looks right, he's doing something right. And it just makes it feel so disingenuous because it's like you're not yourself, you're just an extension of this man who basically alter every part of yourself or change multiple parts of yourself to just find someone who will find you attractive to marry. I've watched multiple of them, I'm not gonna lie. Like during the summer, one of my friends is like, have you heard of the sprinkle lady? And everyone in my women and genders class knows about this because I bring her up so much because I'm so fascinated, because I know her advice works, but I don't know how. Actually, I do know. I just believe it's so harmful to these young women. Disclaimer though, in Shara's like defense, she does label all of her videos as not love advice but financial advice. So it's not like you're being like lied to. Like you're not going for her to find relationship advice, but not like how do I find a man who genuinely loves me or I love him. It's more of how do you play the game in order for it to benefit you, so that way you know how these men think and in turn you know how to act and respond to them. Her whole idea is that dating is a game. So either, you know, you win in this game or you get played. So in order to not get played and not get hurt by the men, and I mean, she only speaks in a heterosexual space, so I can't really talk about like the LGBTQ plus community. This is strictly for heteronormative relationships. She even states like, men will always lie and they will play mind games. So in order to benefit from this, because you're already probably being lied to, follow this advice. And this is what worked for me, and I've been married for this amount of years and all my bills are paid and my children have a roof over their head and food and I have clothes and I have vacations and I have this and that, and now I also have the freedom to pursue any like side businesses or businesses that I want to pursue without having to use that as the main source of income for my family. This continues on with the dating scene right now. And another thing that I feel like affects this traditional gender norms resurfacing. Yeah, dating is so fucked up right now. I personally am a single lady right now and I don't see it changing anytime soon. Maybe it's always been this way and I just was not aware, but it just feels very disingenuous. I cannot say that word today. I'm not willing to lose weight or gain weight or dress a certain way or change my style, or if I am gonna be on a date with a man for whatever reason, I don't want to. This is me personally, and I'm not judging anyone who does it because I understand. We live in hard times right now, very specific times right now where like, why is the water $3? Like, why? What the fuck? Like, I need water to live. Why are you charging me $3? Anyways, I understand why it is done, and I will get further into this, especially as a POC woman. I understand why this is done and why it's so tempting. Shara herself, even, like, she is a POC woman, and she has shared that she's seen women in her family financially struggle or having to overwork themselves to maintain their family. And she decided that she was not going to follow that plan and she was going to break that cycle, and she was going to make sure that her kids and her life are secured, financially secured, because financial security brings peace.
Why wouldn't you sacrifice for your children, for your grandchildren, and for all the future generations? They can look back and see where their cycle of poverty ended. You will be the last generation to deal with Dusties. Okay? Let me tell y'all a secret. So, you know how you can trace your ancestors back by your family name and see what their occupations were and things like that? So I traced mine back, and I am literally the first generation of my ancestors who does not have to live in poverty, that did not start her family in poverty.
She does have the time and freedom to pursue these things that she is interested in because of that financial security that her husband provides for her. So I mean, she's not losing technically. She's still doing things that she loves, and I will not speak for her because I do not know her personally and I don't know how fulfilled she is. But you can't blame women of color also for seeing this and falling temptation, because POC people in general, women of color in general, have been part of a disadvantaged community historically in the United States, especially. For example, for me, I come from a low income family. I'm first generation. Like, I am basically like figuring it all out as I go. And personally, for me, I'm going to speak for me, and also many other of my friends who are in the same position kind of hold that same mindset as me of, you know, that you're the one who has to take your family out of this financial situation. So all the pressure falls on you, and you also put on top this whole girl boss movement that's been going on lately. The whole girl boss movement rose in popularity because of Sofia Amoruso. I really hope I'm saying that right. Book called #GirlBoss, which she released in 2014, and she basically shared how she became a successful businesswoman, and she owns Nasty Gal, which is one of the most successful fast fashion brands right now. And in 2014 it was also big, and basically what she shares is that hard work will get you there. As a woman, it is hard to succeed in this current climate, but work hard and you will get there. This whole term at first was like a way to label the women who prioritize work and who are revolutionizing our modern times. And you know, you'll see it in every mug and every cup, and you'll see like girl boss. Like, you'll walk into a TJ Maxx in 2014 and you'll see girl boss like on everything you could ever imagine. And it was just a term to push women to break boundaries and, you know, strive for professional success while also embracing their femininity. POC women, historically, you'll see women in your family overwork themselves so hard to maintain their family, and then you add like this whole girl boss movement of like, you need to work hard. Like, if you want to succeed in this capitalist world, you need to overwork yourself and like put yourself out there. And you combine those two, and it's just this whole pressure of becoming hyper independent and how you need to do things by yourself and don't rely on any man for anything. Like, don't even let him hold the door. So it's just this super tiny box where you're just like being pressured, and it just eventually leads to burnout. Like, it just leads to burnout, and you're just tired. Like, you just become tired. Women are tired. I feel like everyone in this world is tired, but speaking as a woman herself, I am tired. You see this like lifestyle, not just as Shera has, but like all these other women have, and the soft lifestyle that you will see, and you're like, wait, I want to escape. Like, I don't want this anymore. I just want a break, and I just want to live finally a more calm, relaxed life. I think the way to solve this falls into multiple factors. If you taught women how to educate themselves and pursue education and have that be their goal instead of finding a man to support her, I think that is truly one of the solutions. You highlight women who show their own success stories and who show that like either multiple ways, like I was able to find a husband and still, you know, he provides for me in some way, like he'll pay for the bills in this way, but I also provide the home in this way. We both equally pay and we both equally work. I think if we were able to show that type of relationship instead of just either you're a stay-at-home mom and your husband goes to work as the traditional gender norms are, or you are completely independent girl boss and you don't let any man do anything for you, like I think there should be a middle ground. I feel like that's one of the solutions to this. So providing women with financial literacy will allow them to truly also gain financial freedom. For any woman of color out there, I understand why this feels like a getaway from this overworked and hyper independent life that you've been preached at. I understand that, and I will not blame you for being tempted, because I've been tempted also. But we need to sit down with ourselves and think, will this be truly fulfilling? Will this truly make me happy in the long term also? short-term it may seem liberating, like, oh my god, my bill is paid, what a relief. My kids have food on the table, what a relief. But long-term, will you be happy? Will you be happy changing your appearance, your weight, your style, the way you speak, what you order on a date, how you present yourself to other men, around your husband? Like, are you going to be truly happy doing that? If the answer is yes, I can handle that, I want that, that's gonna make me happy, you do what you have to do. I understand why we go through these hurdles of like, should I just find a man who thinks I'm pretty so like he'll pay for my things, or should I, you know, overwork myself this much so I can take my family out this financial situation? I understand both ways, and I think, like I said before, we are all just tired. And even if we don't see the light of this in like 2-year span, 3-year span, I think if we just keep on speaking about it, it will at one point come to a solution. And I don't know how else to conclude this. Bye. And we're all girl bosses in the most positive way ever.